Welcome back everybody to another episode of Upcoming Sneakers, which if you're new here is where we get to talk about all of the, upcoming sneakers, the leaks, the rumors, the release dates, and everything that encompasses the sneaker world. Now, of course, like always, we gotta chop it up about some past releases, do a little release recap, and I think the first thing we need to talk about is the freaking Union Jordan 2 release that we just had on Union's website. So first off, I want to say the release was a bit crazy. Like, a lot of people messaged me over on Instagram saying that they had a bunch of charges on their card and like the order actually never went through, so they kept on trying and they ended up with like 5, 6, 7 different charges all just pending in their account. And this is actually true because Union literally had to shut the release down and then re-release it like an hour later or something. The entire release was madness. I managed to actually get a pair and my order wasn't cancelled or there wasn't anything wrong with my order. I only had one charge on my card and I actually got a confirmation email. Not only was the shipping $50, but I think I'm gonna get hit with import fees as well when the pair of shoes actually comes in. Either way, let me know what the release was like for you. Did you get any pending charges? Did you manage to get a pair? Let me know. But of course, we got to move over because there was a couple other releases that I do want to talk about. Specifically, I believe you guys out in the US, you had the New Balance Conversations Among Us. So there was 2 different sneakers, a 550 and a 2002R. So this is the 550 right here. 2002R looks clean as hell. It's like an orange, kind of vintaged out, amazing materials as you would expect. Obviously, this is a collaboration with Joe Freshgoods. Let me know if you managed to get them. Obviously, here in the UK, I don't believe they dropped, so I didn't actually go for them. But that's all we're gonna cover in the recap. Let's move over to the upcoming sneakers because we gotta talk about this. First one is the YEEZY Sulfer. What the hell happened to that release, right? These were supposed to drop, or at least rumored to drop, on the 16th. Well, the 16th came and went and we're still out here waiting. So we haven't actually heard anything about this release. Like, when is it dropping again? Is it just delayed a week? We're not too sure, but as of right now, like, nothing has loaded up. No Adidas update or anything like that. These are still yet to drop. Hopefully this month, but we don't know. But of course, I will keep you guys up to date, whether that's over here on the channel or on Instagram at Elliot Page Sneakers. But let's keep it moving because there is some other big news. If you didn't know, DJ Khaled announcement of his new Jordan 5 collection, his new Jordan 5 pack. So DJ Khaled obviously has done a bunch of different Jordan collaborations in the past. I think like the most popular one is the Jordan 3. Well, now he's coming up with a bunch of different colorways of the 5. So very summer kind of bright colors. Take a look at this image here. We've got, I believe, 4 or 5 different colorways. Oh, now obviously I don't know how these are going to release, whether they're all going to release at the same time. They do some kind of region thing. Some are friends and family. We're not too sure, but all of these colorways should be dropping to some capacity within the next few months. So here's some pictures of them individually. This is the peach one. Again, I mean, it just kind of looks like a pretty standard 5, maybe slightly different material. I don't mind this one, to be honest. It looks pretty cool. I don't know, maybe this is a hot take here, but I feel like this is more hype than anything because there's nothing too crazy going on. I mean, they're not bad colorways, but I don't mind the colors. I don't mind the sneaker. I don't mind DJ Khaled, so we'll just have to wait and see how this collaboration turns out. But this is the first look at the Nina Chanel Abney Air Jordan 2, and this is a low this time. Still kind of the same inspiration behind it, a very stripped down version of the Jordan 2. Now, apparently the release date on this is going to be July, so again, pretty close. You get this huge hang tag, which looks interesting. The materials look like it's going to be pretty insane, but honestly, these things are stripped down to the max. Again, I did think I would update you guys, so here is our first look at this collaboration. Let me know what you think about this one, but we do have to move on because last week we spoke about the military Jordan 4, the military black Jordan 4. Here's a little update because that's not the date that it's going to be dropping on, so we've got a new update. I pretty much said it all last week. It's a great shoe. I really like it. I'm definitely going to be going for it, and I think we said sometime in June. However, the new release date on these seems to be pretty much confirmed, and that is May the 21st. Getting that special box which we saw on the taupe 4s and also the infrared 4s, which if you want to see an unboxing of that, I did do a video which is up now on the channel. We got the infrared 4s, okay? Either way, I just wanted to update you on the release date, so let's keep it moving. An upcoming pair of Yeezys this month. We've got a bunch of Yeezy news, but this is the first one I wanted to talk about because it is right around the corner. This is the 700 700 MNVN Geode. I believe it already happened out in the US. This is going to be the first, I guess, global drop of the Geode 700. This is the kind of purplish, I guess, grayish colorway, which I think looks pretty good as far as an MNVN goes. It's a nice colorway. Either way, this is going to be dropping on April the 19th. So today is the 17th. That is 2 days away. They're going to let Easter weekend pass, and then they're going to drop these things. I've seen a bunch of raffles, so if you do want to enter for this, I believe it's up on the Adidas Confirmed app, as well as like Foot Patrol and 18 Mantras, a bunch of different places. If you want this shoe, you shouldn't have any issues picking it up. I believe it's not going for anything crazy on the aftermarket. So yeah, just a heads up if you are after this one. Something we also spoke about last week was the split in half black and white Jordan 1 lows. Well, guess what, guys? We're also getting a mid in the exact same color blocking, the exact same idea. It is literally just a cut higher. So I get it, not the biggest release on the planet, but it is still a very interesting colorway that, I don't know, I just kind of like the idea of splitting things in half. This is going to be dropping alongside the Jordan 1 low. We don't have a specific release date yet. And again, like I said, this should be just a Nike app release and not a Nike sneakers app. Back to some more Yeezy news. This is going to be a pretty highly anticipated release because it is the Yeezy 350 ONYX in the triple black colorway. Yet again, another triple black 350 that we've seen. I mean, we've had the black reflectives, we've had the cinders, we had the mono cinders, and this is another one to add to that list. We also have a release date, which is June. We don't have a date in June, but just June, so we know it's going to be right around the corner. Now, something really interesting about this material, which I don't think I've mentioned before, if you take a look at this image right here, you'll see that the knit upper is the same that we saw on the Bone 350 and also like the Israfil and the Zion pair. So why that is noteworthy is because it's something I mentioned. This knit material is a little bit thinner and a little bit stretchier than, I guess, the traditional Yeezy 350 knit. So something to keep in mind is I would say potentially go with your true to size. Now, I will say if you've tried on the Zion or the Israfil or the Bone 350 and you're comfortable with the size, stick with that obviously, but it's something that I noticed with my Zions. Over time, they ended up stretching quite a bit to the point where they're a little bit looser on my foot. And also, let me know your experience with this type of knit material. Is it something that you've also found the same, that it stretches a little bit more and it's a little bit more thinner and looser? Let me know down in the comments, but we do have another Yeezy that is going to be dropping. This one potentially could be a little bit more exciting, and that's because it's a pretty big restock, and that is the Yeezy 700 V2 Vanta. Kanye back in Donda mode with all of these black Yeezys that he's going to be dropping. So this is a 700 that currently is going for quite a lot on the aftermarket, so it makes sense that they'd bring it back. I mean, honestly guys, it is Yeezy brand. They restock everything. If you see a pair of Yeezys that is going for like a pretty high amount on the aftermarket, just know it is probably going to be restocked quite soon. Now, the release date for this is pretty interesting because they're saying August, which makes sense or lines up with Yeezy Day, at least from what it was last year. So this could just be like the first kind of information on different restocks that we're going to be getting on Yeezy Day. But yeah, just wanted to give you that little update. All right, so here's a story that I found really interesting. So Nike has caught a bit of flack for their packaging in the past, and that's because it usually has like their branded tape on the box, or it literally has their logos all over the box, and what that leads to is like, you know, shipments getting stolen. This is a little bit different, but they are changing the way that they ship boxes. So take a look at this article here. The idea is basically to get rid of double boxing and using the actual shoebox itself as a shipping box. So this is what it would look like, literally a plain box on the outside. It looks to have zero branding. Now, I don't know what this means for other retailers. I would imagine they still just double box as normal, and I assume for things like collaboration sneakers and stuff like that, I'd imagine they keep with their special packaging and stuff like that. But just regular Nike shoes, I could imagine this being the new way that they ship. This is not necessarily a response to the way that they shipped shoes in the past. This is a response to obviously sustainability and just getting rid of as much waste that doesn't necessarily need to be there. So we actually saw Nike implement this on the Space Hippie pack. If you guys remember, they shipped the shoebox, just stuck a label on it and shipped it right to you. There was no double boxing, there was no paper on the inside. side. So I imagine they're taking a lot of inspiration from the Space Hippie pack and they're just implementing it into future orders. As soon as you guys start receiving packages that look like this, let me know. And also let me know what you think of this idea in general. Would you like your shoes to just be shipped in their box and that box being something you discard, or do you like keeping your shoe boxes like I do? I like keeping the boxes. They look cool. They go with the shoe. Some more New Balance news and another collaboration with a collaborator that New Balance has collabed with a bunch of times. And of course that is JJJJJJJOUND. I understand fully that it's just JJOUND, but I like saying it like that. This is what it's going to look like, and honestly guys, listen, there isn't really much that is changed on a lot of JJOUND's and New Balance's collaboration. They usually just slap a really nice colorway on it, and it's like, well, did you really need JJOUND for that? I don't know, maybe the quality is a little bit better. I personally haven't had a collaboration from them because they're always insanely limited, and it just seems like that's really what drives the hype. It's pretty much just a regular old 990 V3 with a different colorway. As far as release date, all we have is 2022, so sometime this year, no exact month. I'll keep you guys up to date. Nike and their brand new silhouette, which should be dropping at some point this year. So take a look at this. This is the Nike Spark, and it has a new midsole technology. So it's got like a bunch of different, I guess, fly knit panels on the top, as well as what looks like that plastic knit that they've added to some other shoes before. But the midsole is definitely what gets a lot of people interested, because obviously Nike has done some really innovative things with cushioning technology. They've released React, which is super comfy. Zoom X is also super comfy and soft. So we're all kind of wondering, what is this? You got something up your sleeve that's even more comfortable? I'd love to see it. These are the only images that we have, very, very early stuff here. So we haven't had any kind of official announcement on when this is going to drop, but it does look very interesting. It's something I'd love to check out over here on the channel. We got any Billie fans in the building? Now listen, we spoke about this last week, so we're not gonna spend too much time on the strap one. I'm literally just gonna give you guys an updated release date. So out in the US, these are dropping on April the 26th. However, here in the UK, it's loaded up over here with a bunch of different apparel and stuff like that for April the 25th. Now, something I forgot to talk about last week, which I want to mention this week, is the on-foot looks of the upcoming D-Rose YEEZY Foam Runner collaboration. Take a look at D-Rose actually wearing the shoes. I believe this is the first time we've actually seen him wearing them. Like, we saw images of him receiving the pair from Kanye, and then his wife put them on, but obviously that was a size 12 and they just kind of looked huge and ridiculous, which I gotta say, on foot, looks cool as hell. Like, I thought, I mean, I guess when you just have them in hand, they look really weird and like crazy, but obviously, I mean, they obviously still look crazy now, but like, I like the way that they look. They're like a lot more chunky than a regular foam runner, or at least these images are making it look like that. But they kind of look like more bulky, which I really like. They look cool, man. I'm liking these. And then obviously this is the actual image of them, which is the original one that we had from before. And you can kind of see like how different these look to when D-Rose is actually wearing them. I like them on foot a lot more than I like them off foot, if that makes sense. We're kind of thinking these are probably going to release sometime this year, maybe around summertime. Really, at some point this summer. I would love to get my hands on this one. All right, guys, it is time to once again talk about Balenciaga and the upcoming Adidas collaboration. So we've actually got some proper looks at this pair of shoes, because last time we had this very grainy early image. Well, this is it right here, and we've actually got looks at the box itself, which looks very interesting. So this is the Balenciaga Triple S. I mean, it literally looks like exactly what it is. It's a Balenciaga and Adidas collaboration. This sneaker does seem to have a lot of interest. Like, people think this looks pretty good. A lot of you guys have told me that you like the look of this sneaker. Well, how do you like it now? Now that we're seeing some closer up images, can you see yourself rocking this one? I'd imagine it be pretty much the same price as any other Triple S, because I think they know that Balenciaga can charge that price. I don't think they're gonna drop it down just for Adidas, so expect these to still be super expensive. Right, last little Yeezy update. We've got some more information that apparently the Yeezy slide in the ONYX colorway is going to restock next month. So this is really interesting, because as of right now, I believe the only place that this dropped was the US. So I'm wondering if this restock is literally just going to be for every other region other than the US, or whether they'll include the US with this release, or hey, maybe it's just going to be the US again. I'm going to be looking forward to this. Hopefully it drops worldwide in May. I will keep you guys up to date again on my Instagram, or of course just subscribe to the channel. We do this every week. Final story for today. Let's wrap this one up with a nice little bit of, I guess, I knew this was gonna happen kind of story. So recently, I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen this because MSCHF did a collaboration with Tyga, and pretty much every influencer on the planet received this sneaker. It seemed like MSCHF wanted to promo the hell out of it. This is the MSCHF Wavy Baby collaboration. So listen, I gotta say the sneaker itself looks obviously insane. So these are or were going to be dropping tomorrow, which is April the 18th. However, Vans comes through with a lawsuit, and they're saying, listen, this is a cease and desist. Do not drop this sneaker. So Vans says that it sent out the cease and desist letters to Tyga and MSCHF on April the 5th and 6th, respectively. Despite Vans' cease and desist letters, the lawsuit says MSCHF defiantly pressed forward, continue to aggressively market the Wavy Baby shoe. This is something that MSCHF does. Obviously, pretty much every shoe that they've dropped has been met with some kind of controversy, like the Satan shoes, the Jesus shoes, and then they did some kind of tape Air Force One shoe as well. So they're definitely playing with the lines of like, how far can we go with this idea, this concept, before these companies get pretty pissed off. I feel like this should have been a Vans collaboration, and almost when I first saw it, I thought it was a Vans collaboration. I was like, yeah, Vans have just done a crazy thing with MSCHF, and it would kind of make sense. They took a classic sneaker, just warped it, and it's just to get some promo for their sneakers, and it's not necessarily a super serious collaboration. It's going to be incredibly limited. Yeah, it does seem like MSCHF is kind of being like, we don't care, we're pushing forwards, and I assume they're still going to drop these things. If you wanted to get yourself a pair, I believe it's dropping on their app, which I'm not too sure where that app is available, whether it's, I don't know, worldwide or just the US, but it is interesting to see. I don't know how this is going to go for MSCHF, how this is going to go for Vans. Is this sneaker going to actually release? We'll have to see, but so far it looks like they're pushing forwards, and this Vans lawsuit hasn't really done anything to affect them. We've got one comment on this article which says, dude, I hate looking at these stupid shoes. Look guys, let me know what you think of this shoe. Let me know what you think of the lawsuit. It's definitely a conversation I'd love to see happen down in the comment section, so hit it up. But that pretty much wraps it up, guys. That is all I have for you this week. Thank you for coming through again for yet again another video and hanging out with me every single week. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one, but until then.